Joining me now on the news at 10 is a retired Army officer Colonel Ola Mayogbe. He joins us on the news at 10 to discuss the latest happening in Nigeria's security scene. You're welcome to the news at 10.
Yes, thank you so much.
Now, unfortunately, there was an attack today in Damaturu, Yobe State. Yobe State has been, the scene of some attacks by Boko Haram in recent times. How could this have happened today? I mean, how could a 10-year-old girl have escaped, security agents who were, I believe, tripping, the whole area, surveying the whole area, and then, going off to detonate her bomb?
Well, that's a fairly difficult question to answer, but I'll react as follows. I'm sure you know that there will be lots of young girls of that age in the general area. And whereas the security agencies can do what we call profiling, that is to have an idea what the age group might be, how old the bomb bearer may be, and so on, it is not always easy. The only way this could have been prevented is if they had actionable intelligence ahead of the attack. And if we have the opportunity tonight, I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on. So, in a place where you have so many people, they are not in uniform, most people have a tendency to dress the same way, and nobody has alerted anybody about the possibility of an attack. It really will be very difficult. So as I said, the guys in charge of security and intelligence will have to up their game. That is the only way out of this.
Yeah, you're actually beginning to answer my second question, which is, should the military indeed consider changing its tactics in fighting Boko Haram? I think you mentioned something about military intelligence. Shouldn't we up our game on that?
Good. In fact, excellent question. You see, I have heard many people say that towards the end of the administration of former President Jonathan, the troops were doing very well. Boko Haram was on the run, and in fact, one careless politician said, well, if Nigerians choose to vote President Jonathan out of office, then they deserve what is happening. I thought that was thoroughly irresponsible. But to go to that point, during the preview, here, as we sat here, the reporter said, it does appear as if Boko Haram has changed its tactics. And that is exactly what has happened. At the beginning, they attacked police stations, marketplaces, soft targets, and so on and so forth. Then because of their strategic objective, which is to occupy territory, they started capturing cities. Dekwa, Goza, Madagali, and so on and so forth. Then the troops got all the equipment that they required. And you will recall that in 6 weeks, they were able to kick these terrorists out of every town they were in. Now, the reason is very simple. This is what these guys are trained to do. So, what Boko Haram is now doing, haven't discovered that they really do not have the wherewithal to hold any ground and declare it a caliphate or whatever. They are going back to where they started from, which is using young children, women, and girls to attack soft targets. And there is nothing the soldiers can do unless they have actionable intelligence, which will mean that the State Security Service, which is doing very well, we just have to do more.
I think you just pointed it out that the military does need to change its tactic, to fight Boko Haram. But I'm afraid that's where we'll have to leave the conversation. Thank you for joining us on the news at 10. Colonel Ola Mayogbe is a retired Army officer.